Namaste, welcome everyone to Satsang. Today here in Rishikesh, this afternoon, warm afternoon. And of course, welcome all the friends who are joining us via broadcasting from around the world, and big welcome for everybody. Nice to see you here again. And who is coming up today to talk? You? Okay, please come.
Hello. Namaste.
Namaste.
I just want to share some good news.
Some good news?
Yes.
Raj, okay.
I remember after I came to Sahaja and I spoke with you about my father.
Yes.
Since the time being that we went back to Holland.
Yes. Slow down a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. So you remember you come to Sahaja, you told me about father.
Yeah.
Then you went back to Holland, no?
Then I went to Greece.
Then Holland to Greece, okay.
Because he was there alone.
He was in Greece, okay.
And then I took him to you. He spent some time here.
Yes.
And after I left back to Holland, and after he came, and he was still a little bit struggling, so every week I would visit him, just whatever arose in me to tell him, I would tell him, like to be totally empty. And this really helped, and he now is working, and he's actually enjoying the life again. And this thing that caught him is gone, so.
Very good.
Yes.
Look at that.
And I'm really grateful because it teaches me not to waste time in this life. And this is what I don't do. So, and also after I left and I came back to Holland, I started playing the music on the street, and I could make like double or triple from what I used to make. And I got the shoes, remember? Yeah. So everything's really great. So I just want to thank you. And I met you in my heart. Like one day, I knew I had to do something different, and I was about to go to my job again. But I felt this night before, I felt, no, I couldn't go anymore. So I just like, you advise sometimes, just say, you do it. Huh? So I said this many times. And then I just started walking to the restaurant where I used to work. And just was like, no, tomorrow I have to work, But I was like, no, I'm not coming. So, and they tried to convince me that I had to come, But I was like, no, I don't want to come anymore. So this gave me the trust that I can sustain myself from playing my music, doing what I love, and to really, if you have a dream, then you must go for it, because maybe this is your last life, you don't know.
Could be.
So, thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you. That's good.
Namaste, Mooji.
Namaste.
Mooji, a few weeks ago, I was watching one of your videos, and you mentioned that you are a ping pong master.
That I was what?
A ping pong master.
I said master?
Yeah. And the incredible synchronicity is I too am a ping pong master.
Oh, you are the ping pong master.
Yeah.
No. I have one brother who is a ping pong master. We grew up, and after my father passed away, I grew up with my uncle, and he was a ping pong addict. So
same here, Mooji.
So as a part of our daily, one of the exercises was to play ping pong. We got into it, and I used to be okay at it, very good at it. I was very good at it, but not as good as my youngest brother. He came up, two of them behind me. Both of them were very good ping pong players. My youngest one, he was one of Jamaica's top table tennis players. So I'm not in that league at all, especially at the moment.
I have to tell you, I was a high school ping pong champion. As well, I was at university. I was the dormitory ping pong champion.
The dormitory ping pong champion.
That was in my teens and early 20s. A few weeks ago, I became a Canadian champion, Olympic champion, and world champion at ping pong. So my urgent, burning need, Mooji, is to have you challenge you to a ping pong match and have you defeat me so bad that I would be embarrassed to ever think of ping pong the rest of my life. It won't take much, Mooji. For those who don't quite, I hope you understand what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with the negative parts of my life. I can see clearly of the negative things, but the positive things, I love to play games in my mind, and all the positive things keep revolving and revolving around in my mind, and ping pong is the way I have of describing that part of me. That's my request, Mooji. If you can possibly defeat me, it would be incredible.
So let me get it now. Okay. So you are a master ping pong player.
Yes.
On every level, you've been a master,
level.
super master.
Every level.
Yeah,
I could show you moves, it'd be unbelievable.
Great grandmaster ping pong player.
Yes.
On every level, everywhere, world champion.
Yeah.
Universe champion.
Yeah. I've never been defeated.
Huh?
I've never been defeated.
Undefeated.
Never.
So, and you want to take me on?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. You want to take me on, and you hope that because all your good qualities. Did you say? Tell us again.
It's in my meditation. It's so much easier when I look at all the tragedies, the negative. They don't stick with me. I'm able to look at those clearly, and they don't come back and back. The positive things, the things I love to think about, just come constantly back and prevent me from being present.
I have to get it right here. First, I've got to understand right. You say you don't have a problem with working things in your mind.
The negative
things.
Yes.
You can put them right very easy.
I think so, yes. I've suffered my fair share of tragedies, and that's not holding me back. But the odd success I've had, I build up into this incredible thing of constantly thinking about them. And I feel is the biggest issue that's preventing me from being present, as we're all trying to be.
Yes. Yes. Isn't it amazing that which is the most natural, which is presence and present, just to be here, as it is, without frills, just as it is. What is natural, we find now is one of the most difficult thing to attain, even to, whereas in itself is not an attainment, isn't it? It's our natural, it's your natural perfume, your natural being. So now something is trying to attain that, trying to stabilize in that. So what can that be? Our present idea of ourself seem to be making efforts to get back to its origin, its source, which is natural presence, just to be here, to finally come back to rest, like the story I made of the bird who was started off in a very peaceful place and then picked up trouble, and then in the end had to let go of it, only to just about make it back to the first place, like that. So it feels as though everyone in their own way, in their own unique river's journey to the ocean, have got to go through all these different experiences, because the mind and the sense of person seems to imitate the self, and we are trying to see if the version created through the mind can work, and that the one who is aiming for success through the mind can work, whereas in the natural state it doesn't have this concern, can it work? It simply is. So you are trying to get back to your isness, you see? And why does this seem so strong? Because our idea of ourself is not ourself. The idea we have of who we are is not who we are. You have to come out of the idea you have of yourself to again rest in your natural being. And how is that going to be done? Something which started off as being became a becoming, and then have to go through an unbecoming to come back to being again. You follow this, everybody? Yes. Your natural state, our natural state, is to be. Now, to be is not a stagnant state. It's not like you're here just to be. No. In being, everything is flowing. As life is also being. Everything is moving. All the various flavors are there. All joy is there. Peace is there. Everything is there. You see? But let me include that even the sense of succeeding and failing can be there, but that will become superficial. But when there is the sense of an ego, of a person who has very strong need to be special or to be a success, and in order to be a success it has to be measured and compared with failure, or all these things, you see, and then we really believe in this sense of person, then in a way we have shifted away from our natural effortless being into states of becoming. And what was meant to be a game, to be enjoyed, you see, because sometimes I say it is as though consciousness creates the sense of a problem in order to have the experience of transcending it. But that became like a fact that we have to beat life, we have to manipulate it, we have to control and suppress him, and then we must plant a flag on top of him and say, yes, I did it. You see? Whereas we could cooperate with him, we could flow with it, or we could watch the flow and still remain in the being and have the most complete existence or play of existence, you see? I don't know if anyone from birth until the leaving of the body had experienced such a thing that I'm speaking about from the beginning. It seemed as though every awakened being, or every being, you see, must get the bite of conditioning, the bite of the sense of autonomy, the sense of personhood, and become person poisoned, and then to yearn for some kind of relief or aspiration to be free, to get back to your original self, original being, and that is the game of life or something like that. So I feel your question is inside this play. How can I get back? I seem to be able to put things, negative things that I see, right in my own mind. But when I look at my own, maybe something that is good in my life or something, then it becomes a struggle to...
Mooji, when I play these games in my mind, it feels pleasant. I love the feeling of playing these games.
Yes.
And so at the same time, I justify going out of presence because I'm feeling that from the witnessing, I can watch that pleasantness, and that's how I sort of excuse myself for getting out of presence, if that makes any sense. Because these games are just so, they're positive, pleasant thoughts going through my mind. And that's what is always catching me out of presence.
Yes. You're saying that you simply, but are you willing to, I mean, this game could be played playfully, superficially, lightly, but if it is replacing the actuality of addressing life that you are not creating, that which is simply unfolding in you,
Yes.
and remain in the being as the being itself, then the games would not be a problem.
Yeah.
If it doesn't become an obsession,
Yes. Yeah.
if it doesn't become a dependency,
Yeah.
you see.
Yeah.
And are you willing to be freed up from your attachment to them?
Yeah.
Because when something becomes an addiction, it starts to feel as though it is necessary for your life,
Yeah.
and your life will be made less beautiful in the absence of that thing or something like that. So your truest desire, irrespective at whatever cost, do you have this feeling, would be what?
I can't think of anything that makes sense, Mooji.
Okay.
Only to be.
To be. Then let's look at what is it that has this craving? What is it that has this tendency that seems to eclipse your natural isness? A fascination that has been offered to you almost in exchange for your silence. What is the component? What is it that is deriving pleasure? And Whose game is it? Presently you identify with it so much to say it is you. I am so fascinated with this. We are going to have to listen very acutely because it's easy to miss what I'm speaking. And especially as we come to a profound recognition, you may find that the mind starts to do this. But I'm going to tell you that if it starts to do this, okay, don't follow. Just stay with the stillness. Let that, because that can tend to pull your attention somewhere. What is it that is living in your name that has this fascination? Can it be identified? Because it must be able to be identified, because a desire has arisen here, a choice has arisen here to say, I now just want to be still, in spite of this beautiful game. I have enough fascinated with it, I want now to be still. Okay? So it cannot be that it is you completely that is so fascinated with this game. It is a cocktail of the sense of being and an identity that you have developed. Is it possible for us to look at this now? Because actually the fruit of this looking can happen right now also.
That's what I would love to have happen.
Yes, yes.
I would love you to totally defeat me.
Then can we try to identify if such a thing exists? That there is something, what is it that's playing that has developed this game, and it is continued because it has the energy of the self in it, of you, of the sense I. It's my game, I love this. And billions of human beings are caught in this. We really believe that this is the factual you. That is the real, that's all you know of yourself, is that that's the game I play. Is there any space left for something beyond this person in this space of being here when you say I? There must be sufficient space, a gap,
Yes.
that allows an intelligence to say, I don't want to just be stuck in this game. It's fun, but it costs something.
Yes.
It's costing me my life.
Yeah, that's exactly what I feel.
Yes. So from this place of intelligence is also the place from where you will be looking to see that you can watch not just the game, but the player. Can the player be seen? You follow? Can the player be seen?
Yeah.
We have to settle ourselves. The game is being played, and something is deriving pleasure. The pleasure giver, the pleasure seeker, is it the one who is engaged in it? And you know why it is difficult to identify it separately? Because it also goes by the name I. It also goes by the title I. And I represents consciousness, pure consciousness. But this one is a mixture of the consciousness and an identity, a person, a mode of consciousness, okay? And that's why it is recognizable. Very subtle. And perhaps there is some power inside that's trying to avoid detection. You follow?
Yes.
There is a play of force
Yes.
that doesn't want to be caught. It is slippery. You look for him, he goes underneath. You go underneath, he's up there again. He's avoiding detection. And why? Because the day you catch him is going to be the beginning of your freedom. You must identify it as phenomenal. What it means phenomenal? It means that it is not the sentient core. It is not the true I. It is partial. Because it can be described, because the game can be seen, and because an aspiration has announced itself, I want to be free from this identity, because now it is costing too much. You see? Perhaps, I don't know if you're going to need time to sit with that and to really just be totally empty. Look from empty place and now see if you can find the one who is occupying, who is filling out the space of being with a false identity. You know, this is me.
It seems like I can get halfway there,
Yes.
but not all the way.
Yes. That which says I can get halfway there that in itself, where the looking is coming from the place where the observing is coming from, is that half? What is its proportion? Is it the same one who is caught in the game? The looking itself, the pure looking.
The pure looking is not caught in the game at all.
Very good.
I can see that.
You are the pure looking. If the pure looking perceives the player, does the pure looking benefits from it?
No.
No. The pure looking is the original one. The thing to be seen, to be exposed, is only to be clear that I am independent of that player, actually. That player can be substituted for another player at some point, but nothing will change in the place of the pure seeing.
So when I have the negative emotions or negative thoughts, it's much easier for me to see that clearly. But since I'm getting enjoyment out of the positive, I find that more difficult.
And the positive is what again? As an example?
Playing the games, not only playing, but all the positive things that occur in my life. It could be another beautiful...
If they are so positive, why you want to be free of it then?
Because it's clear to me that is really, really a serious problem in keeping me out of just being, of my freedom.
Say that again. Say that again, as clearly as you can put it. Why is it then, if all these thoughts are so positive, why you want to give them up then?
They're not positive because they're constantly rotating in my mind, and that gets very exhausting.
Yes, because also they are given the title of being positive.
Yes, oh, very much so. I am giving them the title of being positive, yes.
So therefore, it's very difficult to reject what your mind entitles as positive. That's how it secured itself.
Mooji, would you mind saying that one more time?
That is how, because it has been given the title, the label of being positive, then it is very difficult to choose to give up something that you have labeled positive, mean useful, good. Then how are you going to give it up? So it perpetuates through the title of good. Something doesn't really want doesn't really believe it's totally right to get rid of it because it's positive. What's up, positive thoughts?
Yeah.
You have to look at the cost of it.
Yes.
To say, however positive,
Yes.
it is costly at a deep
Yes.
existential level, you see.
And I can recognize that.
Yes. And this is why when I ask you, look, you say, it's easy to give up the other things, but this has got positiveness in it, and it's difficult to do it. Then don't see it as positive. Or even just see that it is a phenomenon that is costing something. It comes at a high price. You see? And it's good that it comes at a high price. Because if it didn't come at an high price, you would not have the aspiration to get rid of him. And you must transcend it. You see? If you stay with him, he's going to take the life from you. And replace it with a delusion. It is great what you have done, what you are saying. Something that is enjoyable. You're brought up to expose that it is not merely enjoyable, it's not innocent.
No.
It might be positive, it's not innocent.
Yes.
Because at some deeper level, you see, I'm finding I can't just be.
That's right.
Supposing some amazing being appeared to you, any one of you, and said, my love, I am the highest being in the world. All that you see, I can give you in an instant. All that you desire, I can give to you in an instant. There's just one thing. You can have all of that in exchange for your consciousness. Just imagine, no?
No.
All of this I can give you. All of this I can give you in exchange for your consciousness. Is it a good deal or not?
No.
Of course not a good deal. All of this without consciousness is what? Nothing.
Nothing.
So therefore, the value and more of all of this is in consciousness, not in itself. The pleasure you receive from this, greater pleasure, abundant pleasure, and more is found in your stillness, in your natural being.
Mooji, you have been the most important thing that has happened in my life. Thank you.
Yes.
I live in northern Canada, and no one has heard of Mooji except me. So it's unbelievable to come here and experience this.
Yes.
I'm so grateful that you understood the ping pong game that I was playing. I was a little afraid that might sound superficial or something, but I'm so grateful about that. Thank you, Mooji.
Okay. Should we proceed?
No, there's nowhere to go at this moment. Thank you.
This exposure, and you see, once it is seen clearly, and you must keep coming to look clearly, because the nature of any illusion is that when it is seen clearly, it loses its power. Nature of any illusion is that once it is grasped or seen clearly, the spell is broken. It loses its power. Whether there is in you the aspiration, the yearning, the urge to break this spell, you see, that is something that will emerge or not. Yeah? You will see, even as from this moment, this game has changed.
Yeah.
And it is just depending now. It is like someone has told you, we found a snake in your room. They found a snake in your room. We came to decorate your house and we're moving, we found a snake, a poisonous snake in your room. Okay? And they said, I am not, the man say, I am only decorator, I am not trained to do this work. You must go inside and you must catch, he's there, look, he's there. Go inside, catch him. But you should kill him, this snake. Kill him. Because otherwise he'll bite you. You will not survive. And then you say, okay, thank you. Go inside. You have everything to do it. Then you go inside and you see this snake. And it is so beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah. Oh. So beautiful. No snaky. You go to chop him, and he goes. Female snake. Oh my God. Are you going to get rid of him or not?
No. Excuse me, yes?
So just like that. It has to come at a cost. Some things you have to do, it's going to feel, I don't know if I can do it. But your higher choice has been activated. Your higher choice can seem dormant. Your higher choice has to be activated. I told story before, and this thing, I often tell it. I'm sure he's a bit tired of hearing me, the one who told us, no? And probably is listening now in London. One friend was used to coming to satsang, and satsang every Sunday. So one Sunday morning, he gets up early in the morning, and he hears the birds, you know, and it's beautiful light. He lives near the park, and he has a feeling, today I don't go to satsang. I want to go riding in the park, and beautiful summer day and this thing. So he was telling like this. He was riding through the park. He says, I go riding through the park, and I found that my bicycle came to satsang. He said like this. I went riding to the park, but the bicycle came to satsang. I'm riding, I think, well, I don't want to go to satsang. I want to go to the park. And the bicycle. So, of course, the bicycle doesn't know satsang. No? His higher choice is to be in satsang. A lower choice is playing. No, I want to go and play over here a little bit. But a higher choice emerged, and he found himself riding and going, go there. Hike, stupid. He came to satsang. So, something inside has activated your higher choice.
Yes.
Your higher choice is for freedom. You see?
Yes.
And so now that has come to the surface, it brought you here.
Yes.
No?
It took me 48 hours to get from where I live to get to Ricochet.
Yes?
Yes, and I came to ask this question, Mooji.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Very good. You? You? Oh, you don't want to come. Okay, no, you can come. You can.
Namaste, Mooji.
Namaste.
I'm Harry from New Zealand. I have a question which just popped in my mind. Often people ask, are you vegetarian or non-vegetarian? And my question always remains, what do you mean by that? Because if we take the physical aspect of it, mostly 90% people, or mostly, I don't know the number, they're mainly concerned with the physical aspect which body eats. But there are various ways we eat the food. Eyes, ears, nose, mouth, skin. And yet nobody touches that. So they understand the small meaning of the whole aspect and they try to measure you against it. So I want to know your thoughts about the real vegetarianism. The person can be vegetarian, but he's wearing the silk shirt, leather shoes, and eating a raw person in the mind. But they don't discuss that. So can you please shed some light on it? What you think the real vegetarianism is?
If somebody asks you, are you a vegetarian or non-vegetarian? Answer, I am the self. Finish. Okay? It's enough. I don't want to talk about that. I'm the self. Let's talk about the self then. Is the self vegetarian or non-vegetarian? It depends where you want to start your conversation.
Yes.
People have so many things they want to speak about. Like, are you Muslim or Christian? Well, it matters.
Yes, true.
If you understand, I am the self, then you have changed, you have raised the game. Can you play the game at my level?
That is true.
You see? And people may say, but you're avoiding. I can of course avoid. I don't want to talk about that. You see? What's your favorite color? The self. Oh, okay. Sorry. What is your favorite color? Let them go somewhere else. Your point is taken, of course. But if we start to talk about these things, we are losing time talking about only perishable things. And this planet, so much of different things we want to learn and talk about and fascinate ourselves with so many different things and in the name of knowledge and whatever. So the one who is the self is not concerned about that. When someone comes who is not just sniffing. This one he comes for. Like the fisherman who goes out to fishing, and then he puts his bait and he, throws out, and he sits down a little bit, and lots of little things come and smell. He knows little chimney. No, I'm not interested in that. He begins to roll some tobacco and smoke. Once he feels that thing, then he then he straightens himself. He gets on. This is the one I've come for. That's the one I've come for. You see? So my advice is, if that is inside your heart, if what is true, and you have an appreciation for that, then let your conversations be about that. I'm not here to talk about vegetarians and politics about this and so. Yes, we can, a few words here and there, but no more. You see, I am no expert about those things, but if you speak something from here, then somehow it doesn't have to be spiritual words also.
Yes.
Maybe just your vibration. Maybe you don't even speak also, but your vibration has caught me, and I simply want to be with you. Words are so cheap. Concepts are so cheap. Many people say, who is here for freedom? Two hands. I'm here for freedom. But when it actually comes the moment of your deliverance, we start to make little excuses like, just a minute. I'll be back. Okay? Yes. And all you'll see is their back. They are gone. Okay? So it is not that one wants say they want, but when it comes to it, and I say, good, let's take a look together. If this is genuinely what is your interest, your pull, then we may get somewhere this very moment we can look together. Because it is not hidden under layers and layers of anything. Layers and layers and layers are just the mind. Yourself is here. Secure your freedom today. See? And then you can knock that away. Then they must respect that, or they next time they see you, they don't come with any nonsense questions. You must set the level of the conversation, you see? Not by, you better talk to me about this. No, we can start there, but very quickly, if you're established in the heart, the conversation will change direction, and you'll raise the game, and suddenly someone who comes to talk about tomatoes is sort of like knocking on Nirvana's door because of you. We don't have to play the game. Someone is dragging you along the road, like this. You listen a little bit, and when the opportunity comes, you'll find spontaneously something emerges from you. Oh, just a minute, darling. Could you explain what you mean by this? And in no time, somehow the environment has changed. The whole thing has changed. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. That's
Thank you, Guruji. And I don't know, it's difficult to somehow talk because that what I wanted to bring out seems not wanting to come out through the words, but still.
So either it's because, one, it is caught and is hiding, it doesn't want to come.
Yes,
Either that, or it's not important enough.
But still it's catching me when I'm alone and I'm getting into trouble, and I'm trying to observe this thing, and it's like it gets me to the box and like this. So I'm observing, but still
Nothing gets you into a box. Nothing gets you into a box. You imagine that. You're not inside any box or any bubble. You are witnessing the sense that something is trying to hold maybe the idea you have of yourself to trap it into some shape. But a greater seeing is present with you. And you have to see that shape, that box, that idea of yourself is only an idea. It's only an idea. It has no divine status. It's only incense smoke. It's nothing at all. It is not that the thing itself is strong, it's just that it's believed in strongly.
But it just seems, can I say the thing, then it's more easy. Like I feel guilt, and it catches me so much that I feel that I have to really pay attention to it, and
Yes.
and I feel guilty because I really desire so much to come here, to spend here time, and really be fully present here. And
You cannot feel guilt without identity. Every problem is personal. It's because somehow you identify personally, and then somehow this thing about guilt and shame or pride or this can start to play. So it's not the guilt that is the trouble, but it's the identity that feels guilt that is the trouble. It's who you are that then starts to take on these fragrances or odor of, and feel guilty about this and this person. You see? So as long as you are positioned in the form of the person, I can't feel your being. The person has eclipsed the beingness. All the juice is going to the person, and it is a figment of imagination.
but I don't want it.
Even the one who doesn't want it is the person. As soon as this is not easy to accept in the beginning, because we've all been so much programmed and somehow cultured into living as a kind of an identity entity. So we seem to only be aware of ourselves as this person with a particular history, a particular culture, and so on. And I'm trying to get underneath this to show you that you're always your being. You see? But a certain amount of belief and what you would call it now, some energetic investment is sustaining the person. You see? And the relationship that person has to other persons. I am not ripping that apart, I'm only saying the person and the person's life and the person's suffering is visible to something else. The idea you have of who you are is suffering from its own ideas about itself. Can that be heard somehow? The idea we have of who we are is suffering from its own ideas it has about itself. Watched by what? that in which all of that scenario is played out, that is not affected. These become shadow pictures, quickly replaced by other images. A succession of other images are waiting to show up on the screen of consciousness. Watched by what? It may take you a little time to assimilate what I'm speaking, but I'm only repeating what I'm speaking because of the power in it. Because as soon as you're focused inside that seeing, all your delusions are gone. Nothing can hold you. You're freer than a bird.
When I'm focusing, I'm trying to watch the thing because it's coming on the circle all the time. Even I'm pushing it away, ignoring, and then it's coming and kind of catching attention. And
the reason why these things are playing out, because as long as you, the beingness, is living in the hypnosis of yourself as a person, as long as you are fascinated with your personal dream, you will not wake up to the truth of yourself. Something has pulled you into time, and that which lives in time dies in time, while all the while you are the timeless. You are three-layered, three-aspected. This body is a time body. It had a time birth, a time life, and a time death. And your mind is also time. But there is something else in you which is not of time, it is timeless. You must use time to find the timeless. The timeless is here also. Every now and again when I get the opportunity, I'm introducing you to your timelessness. But then something comes back out. I am not concerned about what comes out. It is insignificant to me. It has only become significant because you believe it is significant, and I am here to serve you. So I have to come with you like you come out and tell you, you are not that which come out. You are that which watches the sense of something coming out. If you only know that, the spell of delusions are cut. It is a paradox, but you must awaken from this paradox. It's a tricky one, but once you catch him, it is finished. Yes, it will keep coming.
And it
but
gives pain in the body also. It's like,
yes,
now
yes.
not, but usually it does.
Yes, yes, because that gets your attention.
A lot.
When you identify with the body, of course, you want to protect the body. So anything that happens, your attention will go there. And this energy can play in different parts of your body. And you keep going there. And to that extent, you postpone the power to see and be your true self. Sometimes I say, you must be like the cow that jumped over the moon. We have one sort of nursery rhyme. The cow that jumped over the moon. So people say, well, how can a cow jump over the moon? Yeah. Means that you must jump over the moon mind. Because all of our life is being lived in the moon mind. Even your sense of limitation is something that's been homegrown. I am this, I can only be like that, I would like to try to get there and so on. But I am pointing you to your beingness. But it's very difficult because our aspiration, the longing of your person is only for the things of this world, and everything of this world is perishable. Everything has a sell-by date. It doesn't make it bad. It is a great idea that it is momentary, that it is not permanent. And you can taste the fruits. Enjoy it, is fine. But when you want that which is relative by nature to be absolute, you're wasting your time. It doesn't work like that. If you want to find the absolute, then you must look beyond the field of the relative. But your looking will start in the relative. Have I gone too far speaking like this? We'll find different ways of showing. I want to show you, I don't want to teach you like that. When you speak like this, you see, the minute you begin to speak, this guilt is coming up, and I see that it tries to get me in the box. Already what is happening. I know completely what is happening, you see. That I must get you out of that mind. I must get you out of that mind. Because even when you come out of that prison, you go into another prison. I have to get you out of that mindset, not out of the world. You can continue moving in the life, but not as a prisoner. When you feel I am just this person, that's kind of what I am, you live within a certain limitations. And how will you come out when everyone else believe in the limitation? But they don't call it limitation even. The one who is free know that when you speak like this and say, please help me, my mind is just doing this and so on, they know that that is already, you're in a state of delusion, and to try and, as much as possible, to try and get you to start observing from the place of presence. It is not in itself difficult. It depends how much you are attached to this perceiving from the person perspective. Some people are not so attached, and so in a few words they can be unhinged from there, and immediately, whoa, they are laughing, they are out of it. Others is like super glue. They can't.
The thing is, no. Of course I'm observing, but there is some personal stuff also in this observing.
Okay, you say, of course I am observing, but there's also some personal stuff observing. What observe that? Huh? In your statement, you've given it away. You say, but even there's something personal in that observing as well. But obviously that must also be observed. The ego is also capable of observing. The difference is, it is observing only with self-interest. But there's a wider observing where things are seen, but you don't want anything from it. It clears itself in front of you. You just said just now, yes, I am observing, but there's some personal stuff in the observing. What is watching that? What detects that personal stuff? Is that personal? Maybe still a little bit personal, less than you're seeing, but still a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah? Then if you say, yes, there's a little bit in here, yes, I detect there's a little bit in this one, then instantly you're even beyond this one. And something is moving back and being clearer and clearer, becoming emptier and emptier of any quality.
Yes, the problem is I still hear the voice, but you have to fix this problem.
What?
like the voice which says you have to fix this problem or you have to fix this guilt or whatever.
Who is it speaking
You're
to?
escaping.
No, you are vanishing. Who is it speaking to? As you look and see, but that's just something personal. And so interest is lost there. And the voice is desperately trying to call you back. No, you should fix this problem. We say, but that's also just another thought, sensation. No, but you must fix it.
I want to trust it fully.
No, not just trust.
Not-
Start with trust and end up with actuality. End up with seeing. As something is speaking, it's trying to get your attention because your ears were very much turned up to listen. Yes, you need to fix this. You're trying to escape. That's irresponsible. All the words, all the tag words that catch your attention every time. Irresponsible. Oh, no, I'm not irresponsible. I will look. Say, good. I say, okay, that's the girl. Yeah. Very responsible. You see? Okay, pay attention. No. And I'm saying, no, that's just a voice. It's just a thought. Don't hook into any thought. You're the observer. You're greater than the thing observed. Okay? Then something relaxes. Then the voice comes, no, don't listen to him. Pardon? Because you're hearing, somehow it's gone. You're out from him. In the night you can see the moon. It's very clear. People write poetry to the moon. But when the sun comes up, sometimes you can still see the moon. But nobody's interested in the moon when the sun is here. Nobody writes poetry to the moon. In the same way, this mind becomes like the moon in the presence of the sun. He has no hold on you. The one he was speaking to becomes just a figment, a fragment of imagination. Not because you have become deaf. You've not become deaf. It's just now you're hearing what is true. There's a time when you seem to be deaf to what is true and to be very much clear hearing to what is false. But that is changing. Your very coming to satsang is changing that. Maybe there's something lingering inside, but I'm sure that there was a problem here, and maybe I'm just escaping my responsibility.
Something like this.
Yes. Suppose you're dreaming, and in your dream you have 3 children, and somehow you lost your house and everything, and they're staying in some cave, and you have to go and find food for them, and there's no food for 3 days. You go out, and then far, far away, you're going to find food. Oh, my babies are hungry, they're dying, and then you wake up. Oh my God. And then you realize you're in a house full of food. Will you say, oh, I must go back to find my babies and feed them? My God, how long I've been away now? It's 5 days, they must be starving. You see, many people have spent a lot of money also, a lot of time, gone through a lot of pain to try and deal with this persona. like there's something injured here, and it needs to be loved and caressed and to be nurtured back. You see? And spend a lot of time, because they have a strong identity with that, the person they believe themselves to be. And because you believe it so strongly, you believe it into existence, it's real for you, then everyone must treat you by what you perceive to be real for you. When it's no more real for you, people treating you like that will fall away also. Say something. You see, if somebody comes now and they come to me like this, can you imagine if we have to look at each one and I must work at that layer of looking, then we don't have time. So many people are coming in like this, you know, broken hearts and broken family, and takes sometimes years to start to repair slowly. Come.
I choose you, and I fully stay here. And
What do you mean you fully stay here?
I mean fully. I will try to fully be here all the time for it, because now I hear what you say, but it seems it like little bit like cloudy here.
Yes, because mind is cloudy, and especially when we begin to speak like this, it brings in some extra clouds. Olympic clouds are coming in, because something doesn't want to be detected. But don't believe in that so much. Just keep small step at a time, looking, just try to understand. Because here, even a little thing understood well is much more powerful than a lot of things half understood. Even a little thing grasped really clearly will open up a lot more space than a lot of things not quite understood. You start by saying, I felt all this sense of guilt, and something is pulling me into a little box and locking me in this box and so on. I understand how that can feel. It's a dreadful feeling. It's not good. Suffocated, isolated, you know, powerless even.
Yes, and it tries to pull me back to Russia and say, you have to go back to your work, you quitted your work, you have to have guilt and whatever. And so it's all the time kind of, I feel, how can I have this privilege to stay here for 5 weeks? I have to be guilty. This is it. This is how it turns like this.
Well, you're not going to spend 5 weeks in guilt. Miss a whole season of satsang.
I don't want to miss whole season of satsang. No way.
Yeah, so...
Guruji, why can I not now just see it? Just drop it fully.
Drop what?
All this kind of...
It's a package deal. It comes with the person. Okay? You can't drop the person's isms and schisms without dropping the person, you see. The person is the factory.
What to do?
Yeah?
What to do? What should I do? Like, I don't know. Even I don't know how to...
Who is asking? Again, from the person you're asking. it is like you're functioning from the mode of the person. Even your questions that seem to be asking how to be free of this is not reliable. It's not reliable. Because in another 5 minutes you are on to some other subject. People call me, I gave many examples. People would sometimes, when I had a phone, home line, some people call, I come see the light flashing on the phone, messages, press message. Oh, Mooji, please help me, Mooji. Life and death, Mooji. Please call back as soon as you get the message. I thought, my God, suicide, maybe. Oh, 1471. Click, click. Hello? Hello? Oh. Is George there? Yeah, this is George. George, this is Mooji. Hey, Mooji! I said, I just got a message from you, that sound like you are desperate. Oh, Mooji, no. I was just kind of, just had this email and a little bit, no. Oh, Mooji, how are you doing? Huh? How's your health? 20 minutes ago, Mooji, please, help me. Same guy, Mooji, how are you doing? Good, good, good. How you can believe this thing? This is the nature of the person. His nature of person. We spend so much time working, and then, next minute they're out there doing all kind of different things. Not reliable. At least you know that. I know this. I've seen enough of it, you see. Huh? Somebody come to house, oh, Guruji, I give my life now. I'm ready now. Chop my head, chop my head. I said, what am I? Some kind of butcher or what? No, just, I'm finished. I'm here. I want to be a monk. I want to be a monk. I said, well, I'm no monk. Yeah. I want to give a Mooji, come and have satsang every day with you. Then they come 5 days with me. Then after I don't see. I say, phone up, what happened? Oh, my girlfriend came back. Okay. So no initiation. Funny Mooji, very funny. But no, it's not true. I don't believe anybody. It's all made up nonsense things. If I believed all this stuff, I'll be the one at home crying. What have I done to deserve all these people? No, I don't believe nothing. If it was true what you're saying, you would offer me more room to come into your house. It's like you invite me for lunch. I come and you leave me out the door in the rain. And then you ask me, how do you like your coffee? Huh? Hold the cup, I'm coming. And you come back there. You're not offering me space to come in. I want to come. You say this, I want to come. You say, I'm in pain. I say, okay, let me show you. You can be free of this. But you've not offered space. You're just talking about it. You've not offered the space. I know when someone is true. They come and then it's very easy. It's like a child crying. Does the mother look and go, no, they go immediately because they know this cry is not crocodile tears. They go and pick immediately up, come darling with me. So when someone comes and something is urgent, they have to clear it up. Then something here just moves spontaneously to say, come, what is it? And blah, 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 blah. In a short time, it's all dissipated, Not just, I've not given them some paracetamol. Something is gone. I say, in this hospital, we don't heal the patients, we kill them.
Hear you, thank you, Guruji, and I really want to give all the space as possible.
You really want what?
I want to give all the space what is possible for you to come in.
No, you don't. It's not. You think you do. You're not ready for that. Drink some water, thank you.
Hi, Mooji.
Hello.
There's something I want to confirm. After a very long journey.
After?
A very long journey.
After a very long journey, okay.
I feel like the search is the problem itself.
You feel like the search is?
The problem itself.
Observing itself?
Is the problem.
Well, the search is a problem. For who?
That's it. I have been searching and searching for. I have been reading a lot of books about it and searching for the truth, but I have come to see that searching is putting a lot of suffering, is making a lot of suffering for me. Only when I call off the search,
Yes. Then what happened?
I feel relieved.
Relieved, yeah.
When
I want you all to listen to this. I want you all to listen to this, because it's not the first and it's not going to be the last time you hear this. You say, I feel I've been searching for a long time, long journey. Now I feel that the searching has been the problem. The searching has caused me a lot of suffering. So I called off the search. When I called off the search, I feel relieved. Are you free?
When I'm just being.
Why when? Is it a choice you make?
It was a choice before, but right now it's not. When I just be, when I try not to fix my mind, when I'm not searching for anything, I feel like nothing to do anymore. I'm free.
Yes. I want to clarify something, because I want to tell you something. Sometimes you say you were searching, okay? I'm going to move away from you for 1 second. You stay there. I'm going to broaden it a little bit. People say we are searching, and my searching has caused a lot of pain. Now the pain can come in different ways. One can be that you're searching, and but at the same time you're not really ready to give up or to be free from attachment to certain things. So something wants to search and something doesn't want to be too successful at the search. Like one saint, I hear you praying, one saint praying, Father, Lord, please come quick, please come and remove my temptations, but don't come too quickly. Okay? A little bit like this, no? Please come and take away my temptations, but don't come too quickly. Meaning, I am still enjoying, I enjoy and suffer. I know it's not good. I want to finish. I need your help, but I need you. It's like I want to be a non-smoker without giving up smoking. Something not clear. So that type of thing where we are still maybe indulging in something, but we're still searching on the other side, that can perpetuate a search that doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Even the things, you better just enjoy them, because if you're enjoying them and then feeling guilty, it's worse. So that can cause suffering. That kind of thing can cause suffering. Or that you're looking and things are coming up, they're being exposed to the light, and we need to offer them up fully and to turn away from them. Okay, that's not who I am. But we throw something out, and then you go back to the dustbin and you're taking something back, or something like that. Or you're searching only kind of mentally, and like this it can happen. Or you're searching somehow and there's been some success, and now it come to a time that something really crucial is now to be seen. You see, now to be seen, and you have not gone through it, and it leaves a pain, and then you say, I give it up. And when you give it up, what happens? Of course you're going to feel relief. Oh my God, I feel so relieved. Oh, why did I suffer for so long? I could have just felt this relief. But that's why I ask you, you feel relief, but are you free? Sometimes people come to Mante Sahaja, and the spiritual climate, the satsang vibration is so strong, they find it very difficult. They're like, you can't hide, it's like trying to hide behind a sheet of glass or something. So it's like they can't. So they feel very uncomfortable, and then they leave. And when they leave, they feel feels great, so wonderful to just get up when I want and go where I want and so on. I said, but is that freedom? No, it's not freedom. It's not freedom. You have chosen relief and not freedom. And this relief is only temporary. The mind itself says, come to mommy. Look what nearly happened to you. You come here, and it's going to treat you very nicely for a while. That's what happened. So I just want to make sure when you say, I gave up searching, actually, the one who starts the inquiry will not finish the inquiry, but will be finished by the inquiry. It's not you choose to give it up, it gives you up. If you choose to give it up, you keep you, then I'm going to look at you. Who are you? Are you free? You see? Then when you are free of it, then you said, wow, that was good, it was good timing. You somehow the right timing is not that you gave it up, it simply drops away. Something happened. It became very popular for a while for people, especially in the non-dual path, to be saying, when I gave up searching, when I gave up this, everything became. And yet they still carry this smell of personhood in them. So I want to know if you are one of them. When you gave it up, why were you suffering, you see?
Because I thought I was smart enough to find it using my intelligence.
Yes.
I was smart enough to fix my mind, to make the thoughts go away. But when I gave this up, when I gave up trying to fix, trying to control my mind. I didn't give up the quest. I'm still on the inquiry, of course, but there was a huge pain on me, searching for something or imagining something and looking for it. When I gave up this search,
So this is what I want to understand. When you gave up this search or when you gave up your arrogance?
maybe both.
If you gave up your arrogance first, the search would flourish into something beautiful. If you drop the arrogance, the search will bring you to something beautiful, because the arrogance was what's causing the suffering. If the arrogance was dropped, the search would really flower into something beautiful. It is the arrogance that causes the suffering, to perpetuate the suffering, to make you feel you're not getting anywhere. If the arrogance is dropped, if I am doing it my way and I am using my intelligence, and then this intelligence you see that's arrogance, and something says, each time you're softening up because your arrogance is slapping you in the face, and then you say you have to drop, you have to bow, you have to drop yourself low, and then you became empty of arrogance, then the search will become beautiful. You will not even call it a search anymore. It will turn into just a love. It will turn into a joy and not just a search. Because the truth wants to reveal itself. It's searching for the right vessel to manifest its beauty. And such a vessel will be one that's empty of ego, empty of arrogance, and is going to be the most beautifully efficient and not adaptable, but it's going to be it's going to be made beautiful. The search gives you up, gives the wrong self up. It burns it down.
Every day I feel it's annoying to get back to the person, to use the person,
To use what?
to use the person,
To use
my ego. It gets annoying every time. I feel it doesn't fit me anymore.
I'm sorry, I don't know if it is the monitor, but I'm not hearing so well. Yeah, say again.
Every day I feel like my ego or my person doesn't fit me anymore.
Doesn't
fit me.
hurt you anymore, yes.
Doesn't fit. No, doesn't fit me.
Fed you. What?
F-I-T.
Fit.
Yeah.
Doesn't fit. Okay. Thank you.
So this is what I feel. It's really tiring to reuse this person again. Every time I speak with people, every time it feels
Well, actually, if it is redundant, it's burnt out. It's not even showing up. It's not. It doesn't fit. It doesn't exist. If it doesn't exist, there's nothing about fitting or not fitting anymore. You see, it's redundant concept. When a concept is redundant, you can't go to a concept graveyard and find dead concepts. Meaning they don't exist. They never exist. It's empty. So ego, it vanished. It's not there. It's been seen. Its unreality is exposed. So only you are left. When you say I, it is only consciousness. It's like the sense of presence. It is not like it's a shape, or you don't have a psychic photograph of yourself anymore. Just for convenience, you may mention, yes, I like this or like that, but inside it's like the words are coming out of the vastness. It's like something looking out from the vastness. Who is looking out from behind those eyes? Behind those eyes, infinity is looking out. Through this lens, through this little lens, behind is the infinite. In front is the finite in the infinite. But you can't speak like that. It's not sociable. Just you look, in the silence of your looking is only a kind of joy. The world is no more a jigsaw puzzle. The world is no longer a jigsaw puzzle for you. It's like a soup of sensations. As things come in front of you, an interaction happens. You're witness to actions, reactions, interactions, but they're happening spontaneously somehow. When people ask you to think deeply about something, you don't know how to do that. You have to pretend to be thinking, but it's not thinking. Or if thoughts come, they don't come with any more bad smell. Or even if they come and they're stupid, it doesn't mean anything. They can't do anything to you. You see, and yet there's no arrogance about it. You can correspond to beings at varying levels of maturity. I'm using this word like this, without researching them. Spontaneously, something meets the needs of the moment and responds in the appropriate way, without practice, without techniques, without strategy. Such is the nature of the beingness. It is like the infinite is within the finite. You are the invisible inside the visible. The formless inside the form or something. But don't speak about this with anybody. Quietly keep just enjoying the sweetness, the ripening of the being. Very few people can converse with you in that inner subtlety. So if you want to socialize about it, I don't know how it is possible. Some people, they like to talk about this, just like talk, but it is not for that. So if what you spoke and you said, yes, my own ego mind was causing too much trouble. You see, not the search. Everyone starts off searching, and gradually this searching it turns into love. It's bringing so much richness, it's throwing out so much junk. It's revealing so much space. So much silence. Why would you want to get rid of it? Get rid of the arrogance. It is getting rid of the arrogance. It is getting rid of, you see, all these mischievous concepts. It is cleaning. You're not even doing that. You're just bearing witness to that. Your part is only to say, thank you, burn my house down, rid me of ego, merge me with you. How fortunate am I that you have picked me up and burnt me in you. That's only your place to say. You're not an achiever. Thank you for giving me the feeling of such gratitude. What could I have done to deserve such grace? Maybe it starts like that. And even this I also is thinning away.
So it's safe to say it was the way of the search.
Say again?
It was the way of the search, not the search itself.
It is the way to search, not the search itself. Yes. Grace ignited a search in you. It had to do that. It had to stir you up enough to begin to seek what is true. Because either the untruth was becoming unbearable for you in whatever form it took. And so a search began, a yearning for something stable, something imperishable, something constant, a happiness that wasn't going to go away, a joy that would not fade. It started to arise more and more in you, and as you said yes to it and opened up your being to it, you're responding to it, no? And then you began to become more unified in your experience. And you felt happy for this. You felt encouraged. You intuitively know you're on the right way. And very quickly, you came into a space of tremendous silence and being. Such joy, you know. Then the search changed its title. It's not search anymore. It's like a hunger. It's a joy. You say, consume me completely. Don't leave anything unburnt. It's just, you're like the moth that goes to the flame. Once the moth goes to this is liquid wax, he flies in it. There's no way back. Once he touches this liquid wax, nothing can rescue him. And he does it completely. Something inside you say, absorb me like this. Your parents won't understand. Your husband or wife, maybe they don't understand. Your friends won't understand. What can call you so strongly? What can touch you so deeply that you are altered in such a profound way? If you're looking for people to accept you and to encourage you in your journey, you may not find any. You may have to walk for a while in a single way. But the power takes you into the company of those who can nurture you and in whom you can find encouragement, in whom you can find a true friendship.
Actually, it's the other way around. People start to come to me asking, how are you so happy? How are things happen to you this way? Because things just happen. I
Yes.
even fly without booking tickets.
It can happen like this, but even here sometimes you need to be careful. Maybe people start to come to you because maybe something inside you wants to be like this also. And very quickly they come, and it might be very quick, and they start to treat you something very special. It may be also something you may have to transcend even this also. but all the intuition, all the urge, all the right voices are in you. Everything is already in you, and if you listen deeply, you will just develop that intuitive discernment to just be in the right way. It's not necessarily moralistic in that strictness, but it is just intuitively, you're just always here. The important thing, you can never step out of yourself. You know that now. And the old regime of identity and arrogance, all of that is cut. Nothing can trick the Supreme. You are simply becoming more authentic. Each one is becoming absorbed in its own unique way. And for all of us along the path, even though grace is with you, you still have to watch out a little bit. You see? Because if the mind smells that there's still, I'm putting it like this, that there's still a little chance for a bit of business, he's going to come. He's going to come through the weakest link, the smallest crack, he will come. But the wise one knows, come, because your very coming here will help me to see what I cannot see by myself. The mind has turned out to be also a teacher. He's helping you in his little tricks. He'll help you to see. And never say, it is over. Just keep checking in. When we start to count numbers, we start what? 1, 2, 3, 4. You are 0. You be 0. So when the numbers are counted for the beings, you will not be included. You be 0. If you understand what I mean, even instantly, you are free. You are not a statistic. Such immense joy. Such immense joy. And yet even this, you are not attached to it even. Even this joy, you are not attached to it, you see. The joy wants to be with you. The joy said, I looked all over the world for one who I can be with, I have not found. Please let me stay with you. I told a story one time of one Sufi, no? I like this story. The Sufi master meditating. And suddenly he finds himself at the door of Allah. voice says, "Who is it?" He says, "It is I, my Lord." The voice says, "Go away. There's no room for two in here." Allah has dismissed me. Allah has thrown me out. What you do if God throw you out? He finds himself again deep in meditation. Again, he finds himself at the door of Allah. Tup, tup, tup. Who is it? It is you, my Lord. Ah, come in. I've been waiting for you. Not two, not one, zero for you. Zero beyond the concept of zero. What is the opinion of zero? One more. Who? You.
Namaste, Mooji. I'm tired of running. I want to put a full stop for this.
Yeah, is it?
Tired of running.
Running, yeah.
I want to put a full stop for this right now.
Yes. Yes. Full stop comes after sentence. At the end of sentence, full stop. At the end of a movement, full stop. But in life, generally we don't know full stop. Change. What is full stop? The full stop you are speaking about is only for the one who has transcended identity. How to transcend identity? Because mind is identity. Mind doesn't want to stop. He doesn't want to stop. So therefore, in the daytime, mind can hardly stop for most people, so God gives you sleep, just to give rest to your mind. It is said that one must be like you are in deep sleep while you are awake. It's not easy to convey this. It means that somehow your body is acting, reacting, moving. Even thoughts are moving, they are led to move, but you are the stillness behind them. It is already a fact, actually. It's just where you place your eye. If the eye is put as the body, then always there'll be I am doing, I am going, I am going. If the eye is put as mind, I am doing this, I want and want. If the eye is put as consciousness, what happened? It depends where the eye is located. If the eye is I am the body, then it's... If I am the person, mind, also it's always moving. If I am consciousness, what did it mean consciousness even? Then you merely observe the functioning of the manifestation, including your own body, including your own breath itself, including your own seeing is part of the manifest functioning. That is also seen. But the seer is unmoving. It's not unmoving by effort. There's nobody being still. There is peace, but there's no peacekeeper. It is simply here. Where will you go to find this? So again, the same exercise, we can all do it. You can see your body mind moving and doing things, but normally because you identify with them, you say, I am doing them. I am doing them. You see? In your sleep, sometimes you're unmoving. Do you say, I am doing it? No, it's doing it. In the daytime, because you have intention, you say, yes, I go, I come, I think, and so on. No? But there's an awareness of this. There's an awareness that is present. You must locate yourself as the awareness itself. Then such things as I am running and I need to stop, all that will stop. It will become irrelevant, it will become insignificant, it will be meaningless. You're just naturally yourself. So whether you're running or walking or still, it won't make any difference to you, because you are just the awareness itself. But we have to move beyond my speech for you. What I've said, it will not be enough. Maybe the intellect takes it and says, yes, I see. I see. But it's not sufficient medicine. What is going to convert it into experience? Maybe you can open up more, tell me something more, so I can look at it with you right now. In a few minutes we can do.
I have many glimpses of this, but again going back to the person.
You have many glimpses of this meaning what?
That stillness.
Yes.
And very peaceful and timeless.
Yes.
But again I am coming back to the person as a reflex. As if I am...
The I am going back to the person is something, it is like a movement that is seen or not. I am going, but I go back to the person. Is that not?
It is seen.
Yes.
But yesterday you were telling that seagull going down was so smooth. It was not knowing actually. When I get into the trouble, then only the problem comes. When I am in that peaceful state,
Yes.
and when I am getting down, I don't understand that.
What do you mean when you're getting down?
All of a sudden, a few days of peaceful.
Okay.
You were telling that, no?
Yes.
Just-
You're in a peaceful. Oh, you are in the tree, peaceful.
and until I pick up something and get into trouble,
Yes.
I am unable to recognize that.
Yes.
That is.
Yes. You know what the sage is in this story? You know what the sage is in this story? He's not the bird in the tree. You know where the Buddha is in this story? He's not the bird in the tree. He watches all of that. He's not identified with bird. He sees the bird is an old dream. And the bird's attraction is all old dream. He doesn't fly down nor flies up. He has the ability to see all of this. This is the Buddha in the story. I didn't even call him. I didn't mention him. He is in every story, but nobody mentioned him. You follow? You identify as the bird. At first I have to say, yes, we are telling the story of this bird. He was very content. Then he sees something, goes down. Going down is easy, fun. He picks the thing up, and now he's in thinking, now I'm going to enjoy. But he didn't realize that other things want to enjoy. And then he starts to go, and then he's chased. And you identify with the bird. Yes, once upon a time, this story, you're going to say, once upon a time, I was that bird. I identified with that bird. But now that's an old dream. I was never a bird. Once upon a time, I was that fish. Once upon a time, I was the other birds chasing the first bird. But now none of this is me. That's all an old dream. I have no history. I have no past. I have no future. I have no desire. I was not born. I cannot die. There are no others for me. You are not the bird in the story. You are the Buddha. But he's not mentioned in the story. Because he's not a part of the story. He's apart from the story, but the story cannot be without him. Who understand? Very good. That is the one who is awake. For a while you were used to it. I gave another example. Imagine a tree, and on one branch, I say, on one branch is a bird, is building a nest. Every now he goes away, come back and he has more thing. He's building a nest. You see? This bird represents an aspect or a phase in our life when we are building our life. This is the building for the future, raising the family, having our career, becoming more creative, all of this. This is the first bird, is building a nest. On a branch just above the first bird sits another bird, identical, but this bird is not building anything. He's only looking. He's only looking. Okay? He can see the first bird, but not only the first bird, he can feel the wind and the sky. He can see the ocean, but he sees the first bird, but he's not doing anything. Who is this second bird? The second bird is like the observer within you that observes the first bird phase or position. There's a witness that watches your life unfolding, your dreams and aspirations, your conversations, your pastimes. You see, is lived out in the presence of this intelligence, this awareness itself. This is a second bird that simply watches. Can you locate yourself in this picture? But then I said, but it doesn't finish here. Then somebody said, oh, third bird. I said, no, not third bird. When both birds are perceived, the first bird who is making the life, your dynamic life, and the witness to your dynamic life, and the witness to that witness, that which perceives both, that is not a bird also. It's like pure spirit. All these three things mentioned are here in this body. For the most part, many human beings, maybe most, live in first bird position. From birth to the grave, we are building. Everything you build is about time. Everything is touched by time. And time says, everything you see, everything you taste belongs to me. I eat them. And you who think you are this person, I will also eat you also. The only thing I cannot eat as time is awareness itself, from where I myself am projected. So, if you want to transcend time, if you want to discover the truth, you have to find the awareness that you are, in which time itself is not a principle, it is only a tool of the manifest consciousness. Where is this awareness? It is here. Try not to be aware. It is everywhere. But it is not a person. It has no tasks. And yet at the same time, it manifests the sense of a person. It plays as the person. It plays as the present, because none of them can be without it. And yet, it is also beyond them. You can say you are a person relatively. You are the beingness, and yet at the same time, you're absolutely the absolute awareness. But this cannot just be words, they have to be seen. Then such things as, I need to slow down, I need to stop there, this will not matter for you. Any direction you are in the perfect place. Even if mistakes are made, They are perfect. They are perfectly made. Because you will learn from them, you will see yourself in them. The thing is that we are all addicts, all junkies. And what is the addiction? To I person. Attachment to I me, I person, I persona, I personhood, I self. That is the password to enter this field of experiencing. The beingness which is there before I is shaped took I as the password, took the darshan of I and entered into the field of multiplicity. And it enjoys and suffer. And it needs both to wake up to its original self. That is the true implication of that bird that you presently used, the one that flew and picked up the trouble. He thinks he's picking up fish, but he picked up trouble. He let go of a meal, but he let go of trouble. But it's in his nature to look for fish. And when he finds fish, sometimes it is a nice meal, sometimes it's trouble. And he has to discern the difference. You must come to this stop. You will do it actually. To come to see you're not the one that comes and goes. For a while we cannot help it but to identify with that, but it will also, you will transcend this. We have 2 minutes now. Let's do it in 2 minutes. How are we going to do it? Let's do it in 1 minute. How will we do it in 1 minute? We won't have time for practice. We have to do it without practice. Drop every effort. There's no time for effort. Drop every effort. There's no time for effort. Now do it. Drop every effort. Drop every idea. And don't pick up any new ideas. Before numbers, before counting. Be at the place of zero. You have 10 seconds. Maybe you don't need any more 10 seconds. No imagination is required. Event,